I can't find it, but somebody commented yesterday and said that children should be prepared to take care of their parents if they need to retire, but they can't retire. Pretty much, kids step up, take care of mom and dad, but I'm finding that a lot of parents are still taking care of their adult children. What do y'all think about that?
Welcome to the Common Sense Philosophy channel. Today's title is Grandparents and Parents Need Your Help. Grandparents and parents need your help. Oh boy. This is a thing that's really starting to happen now, because it was a point where the grandparents raised the parents. Then the parents was able to get on their feet, and then they was able to help their children because they would work their jobs for 30, 40 years and they'll have a pension and everything just kept going. They would send their kids to college, or they would get a great job right out of high school and they would have their pension. And so this money just continued to happen. The grandparents had a house. They would be able to co-sign and help the parents get a house, so on and so on and so on. But what has happened lately is the pension is gone. A lot of the economy looks like it's different to people now. So either the grandparents do have a little much and they're helping the grandchildren, or they're still helping the parents, or by them still helping the parents, they can't help the grandchildren, or now the grandparents don't have anything. So the parents have to help the parents, so they can't help their kids. So it's this big old circle that's been going on with the people. Poverty is a funny thing because, and I say funny far as it's not really cut dry and simple as it used to be. So you used to have this thing like where you have higher class, you have middle class, you got lower class, not really dealing with character per se, but dealing with finances. Now, it's like the middle class is in the worst situation because the so-called high class, they're able to move on and move away. You can't tax them to death because they'll just move, or they'll get good lawyers and accountants to deal with their situation. The lower class, well, they'll just move, or you can't find them. They might not even have anything to find them. Some don't even have an address, So you got couch service and all the homeless. So it's the middle class that all this falls on. So it's the person going and working their jobs. They get the mortgage, so they're stuck for 30, 40 years, some 50 years mortgages. They got these jobs they got to work. So they get hammered with the laws and all of the rules and regulations. So now they say, well, how do I help my parents? Or the parents is like, how do I help my grandchildren when I'm still helping my parents, helping my children? Somewhere in there, the grandchildren get in trouble. Now, let's say if the grandparents didn't do anything that was financially helpful, the parents didn't do anything that was financially helpful.
Mom admitted that her daughter is her retirement plan, saying that her generation had kids so they could take care of them when they got older. A 28-year-old woman named Jo said that her mom expects to be supported financially as she ages, despite their tenuous family dynamics. Jo and her mom were having a regular phone call when her mom opened up about how she'd always dreamed of having her children take care of her. The mom went on to say that things are so expensive and they sacrificed everything for their kids. So these parents assumed their kids would essentially pay for them when they retired. The mindset that kids should be their parents' retirement plan is problematic in emotional and practical terms. These adult kids are struggling to make ends meet in our current economy. Student loans, inflation, all of these things are making it difficult just to get by, let alone support another adult or two. Adults that, mind you, had decades to plan and save when the economy was in much better shape. According to Northwestern Mutual, only half of boomers and Gen Xers think they are financially ready for retirement. People nearing retirement believe they need a savings of almost $1.5 million to retire comfortably, yet the average amount Americans have saved for retirement, it's $88,400 in 2024. That's a huge gap to bridge. But outsourcing retirement to younger generations who are just trying to figure out how to support themselves is not the answer. Parents are required to provide for their children. They did decide to bring them into the world after all. Yet having that same care extended to them later in life is never a guarantee.
Now we get into the point we're dealing with the grandchild not only has to take care of their parent, they have to start taking care of the grandparent. So you'll go to their house and you'll see the grandparent sitting in the corner. You'll see their parents in another corner, or they're arguing back and forth because the parents in their relationship, one woman said she was a gay and the mom didn't believe in homosexuality, but still she needed her to help her to move in there. So it's all these different outlooks of religion and outlooks of life that you see people running into these major situations. It's a lot to think about. I was also looking at when you start thinking about the economy and how they're saying so many jobs are letting people go. A lot of these jobs have been white collar, a lot of management jobs. So a lot of these people would be people that went and got the mortgage, that got the 2 cars, that has the dog, the picket fence, and all of a sudden, it's like the whole rug was pulled from under them. Like the government shut down and all these things that have been taking place. So when you look at it from that standpoint, you're like, how are they going to help with their parents and their grandparents? Because they might have been helping. Because, your grandparents will get a little money every a month. And some people's parents are starting to get a little bit of, money every month. But still, that's not enough to pay rent consistently and things of that nature. So it would take you working your job or what you got going on to be able to handle it. And you might be able to handle it, especially if you have a spouse or a partner that's willing to kick in too. You might be able to handle it, until one of y'all lose your employment or you're just laid off for a moment. Now it can get sticky. I was talking to some people the other day and they were saying the TSA still haven't been paid. They still haven't received their money yet. So that means all this time after the shutdowns, they still haven't got their check. What about if they were taking care of their parents and their grandparents? Man, they're in a lot of trouble. And that's all I'm saying. If they've been taking care of all these people and now this happens, oh my God. So that's just something to think about. And, but I want to thank everybody for coming, checking out the channel, Common Sense Philosophy. And we're going to keep them going. Talk to y'all later. Yep.
The reason I can't take care of my grandkids is because I'm taking care of my elderly parents. This really interests me because does that mean that you take care of your elderly parents, you're not there for your adult kids or your grandkids, and then you expect your kids to take care of you as you age and when you're elderly? This is a question that I have in my head because when I read through the comments, a lot of the comments are like, well, I can't see the grandkids. I'm unavailable because I'm taking care of my elderly parents. I'm taking care of my parents. So interesting. Because those grandparents that you're taking care of, your parents, were there for you, probably, and there for your kids. Yeah, so you're just not there for your kids at all. This baffles me. I can't understand this.